Good evening, friends. Welcome to the totalitära, no, the traditional farmers' democracy. At least this evening. Let's see if the game loads, first of all. Yes, it did. Fantastic. The first order of business is to try and get this train. Cheers. Yes, try and get this train where it is supposed to go. Its question mark is gone. It would appear that the train figured it out by itself. Or something. I have absolutely no idea. Here we go, but with 128 tons of steel and 64 tons of prefab panels. The first train ever here doing actual work, moving valuable resources around. Where are you going? You're supposed to go the other way. Silly train. I would think that you're going for refuel. Yes, and that might be why why your question mark went away, because you could find your way to the train diesel station. We'll see. Yes, we will see the train going to the train diesel station. That means that we get to measure up just how this did. What's that? Yes, it's still around. But my colleague is again very, very, very much engaged in biting the cursor. Yes, we can see here the effect. Yes, the cat is now the camera operator for the moment. It's just not that bad. But if I could have the mouse back, please. And it's a nice mouse. It would be a real shame if you were to break this by biting through the cable or something. Please don't. If you could resist, which you can't. Is that it? Are we going to... And yes, now the train gets confused again. I thought so. What is the problem then? You're claiming that you can't go here, but we really don't need you or want you to go there at all. I wonder if there is a signal wrong here somewhere. You come in here, you're supposed to go out here and all this way. Yes, it would be this signal that is causing the problem. I'm willing to bet. What were you thinking? Those were both of those were in the wrong. Yes, I did a lot of signaling there at once, you know. It's bound to happen. An accident or two. While we're at signaling, we should have one here, but this is too short. Really, it's too short. Stop it! She's at it again. It's very difficult here. Yes. Yes, would you please stop that now? You are too old for this. I suppose you never get too old to play. And annoy your human. Where is the train? There it is. Finally, we have a train to ride. A useful train. A train doing actual work and not just some construction train. And this is rather nice, this single piece of track right here. Oh, have I signaled up here? I haven't, but you did the right thing anyway. Let's do that while we're here. We'll fix a bit of stuff as we go. Yes. And like that. A few more here maybe. One or two, yes. Here it's quite complicated things. We'd want that, and we'd want this. And there. And also here. No, you cannot place semaphore. Like that, something. Yes, and then stop ahead of the road, please. But I think that this is still too close. No, don't stop here at all, by the way. Rather, no. When you come here, is the end of this block. Yes, that will do it for now. We're missing the train. The journey. I'm not going to miss this. I waited. Thank you, Ortsave. Hope you're not corrupting anything or doing anything bad. Yes, I waited for this moment for a long time. There we go. Nice. Lenin, sunset or rise, whatever it is. I don't know. Was it night? Or was it day? Is it getting darker or is it getting brighter? I don't know. It's definitely a sunrise. Yes, and this bit. Wow, look at this nice curved railway. Doing a nice gentle swoop through the landscape. But this turned out really great. So yes, I suppose this is what we're. There is something amiss. Slightly, but I don't think that will matter a lot. Oh, there's a construction train here. What's going on? Oh, you're waiting at the signal. A construction train is following the traffic rules. It has to. But this block may be slightly long if you're standing all the way out here. Because this will probably get you going. Yes. That means that this block is way too long. Anyway. There we have a signal. That's good. This is all. Yes, it's all working. Da 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 bum bum. Yes, and now you get to select here where you want to go. And you want to go to... Yes, that's a good choice. That's a very good choice. And it is slightly covered in grass here, the storage. And also the storage is... you know, it's almost full. When we finally arrived here. Yes. But never mind, you're going to continue doing this. And we might even tell you to... Yes, you are waiting until unloaded. Very good. Maybe. Very good. We'll see just how good it is a bit later. A little bit later. Yes, a little bit later. For now, though, we are... yes, the first steel has been delivered by train, and that means that we need to change some things, since the yes, there's plenty of traffic going all the way over there, bringing steel from the steel mill. It can now bring it from here instead. Much better, much quicker, hopefully. We're going to sort out the semaphores soon. Let's see here. We should have it should be open hull, right? Maybe we don't have a line for it. You know what? I don't think we do. It's an auto-generated line, most likely. And the place we'll find it is here. Yes. Now there is... Well, this is typical. Now that we have the infrastructure in place to bring steel, they're already done with all the construction, and we have 307 tons in store. Great. Steel. Yes, you do steel. Let's see here. View this line. You're going from the Pidansk steel mill to Beatus. Yes, very good. You're going to get your steel from Molna. Here. Instead, load steel and don't go here anymore. Yes. And also the bricks, although we're not delivering the bricks by a train yet, but anyway, these will also go here. This, there's only one apparently. That's fine. Go here, load 100% of bricks, and don't go to Vavkavisk road cargo station no more. There you go. That ought to do it. Yes, what else? Prefabs. Prefabs you're definitely going to be able to get from here. There's only one vehicle, that's fine. We change this around a bit. Go here, load. Yes, let's hope it's not as doomed as it was last time around. That was no fun. It was a little bit of fun, but the annoying fun still. There, that ought to do you. Anything else? Steel, you do, and you do boards. Boards, yes, boards. Boards, I don't know, you can continue going all the way to that place, you know, for boards. Yes. Right, you're waiting a bit long here at this place, and that would be... So there's absolutely nothing here in the form of signaling. There is not even anything here, which is a bit poor, and which would be causing the issues that we're currently experiencing. Yes, and then you'd want one of those, and here... No, I'm still not entirely sure about what it is I'm doing when doing this stuff, but whatever it is I am doing, it seems to be working at the moment. Well, for the last 2-3 games here, playthroughs, what you can call it, my trains have actually been working quite well. Knock on wood. Okay, that ought to do that, and in here we will have at least a few. Here you'd want as well. Yes, and here you definitely want something. Yes, and then all the way up to here, where we'll have one of these, and then one of those, and here you have a lot of options to choose from, where you want to go. This is one, this is one, this would be another one, and this would also be another one. That ought to do you. Now in here we're not placing any signals because, you know, don't want the trains standing on the level crossing. Yes, we thank the autosave. I mean, really though, we could certainly fit one train in here. It's just that this should then be a change signal. Let's hope that that is far away enough from the road. It isn't. We should have it here instead. Okay then, the release signal though we can have there. Yes. With the lengths of train that we're currently using, this will work. But then again, longer trains are certainly preferable to short ones. And here you have... yes, this is a rather big block. And what's going on here? Here we want this an entry to a junction. Therefore we want the chain signal. And also this is an entry to a junction. But you can only really go that way. That's fine. Right. Is it not? Yes, you now entered that. This is all one block. You cannot have it any other way. Although that is... it is a bit questionable this, if we really ought to have that one. Because you see, that will allow... Yes, that will allow a train in here. This is now red. It will be. Yes. If we could have... We cannot put a release signal here because they will go that way. And I'm not putting a two-way signal on this. No. That ought to be fine. Although I'm not certain it's really helping a lot. Or doing anything. No, what we want is this. Remove these. Yes, there we go. Yes, there we go. And this no longer... this is undoomed, we hope. And we're closing in on the first break just to reload and make sure that everything is working and such. This, do we really need to use Old Faithful here for this? Or could we rely on the nuclear stuff? Do we have enough fuel? Let's have a look over in Oskarshamn. There's plenty of steam or water vapor coming out of the cooling towers, so that's a good sign. But you don't have that much fuel, in fact. 0.08 tons in the reactor there. And what about here? At the nuclear fuel fabrication plant. I mean, you have plenty of UF6, but you do not have... You have two containers standing around here. Yes, where's the truck? Open. You're on your way. Very good. There is one issue with this whole thing, and it's something that we're going to have to deal with about soon, because this place uses an enormous amount of chemicals. 0.75 tons, 750 kilograms per workday. Yes, and we could not keep up with that sort of consumption. So that's why we have imported chemicals for 250,000 rubles. Damn it, that's not okay. We don't want to be doing that. No, we do not want to be doing that. So what we'll need to do then is to expand on our domestic chemical production. For now, we ought to have some chemicals. 11 tons. Out of 49 doesn't sound like much. Now, where is the one that is responsible for importing? It's not you. You, however, are the one that the domestic chemicals is what you're bringing. Is it not? Yes, it is. You're not waiting for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe you should be waiting. No. No. Here we go. You are the one. You are the one costing me a lot of money here. Each run with this truck is 10,000 rubles. 2.7 tons of chemicals. I mean, how am I supposed to make any money? I have 500,000 in both currencies. That's unnecessarily much. Yes, but we were going to buy plans, yes, blueprints or licenses to build trains. Really think that is viable. Last time you did a tally on this, it was about 3 million to get what we need. 1.6 million for the locomotive. It's about the same. It's more expensive now than it was. I wonder, could we build some nice cars? For example, the Mercedes W210. I mean, I would really like to have a few of those rolling around here that we have built ourselves. It's not available until 1995. It's going to be a while. The W140. Yes, that's the one you want, of course. Sorry, the 210 is not as desirable as the 140, of course. Only 10 years left until we can. That is available in a multitude of colors as well. Very good. $500,000. As I could buy the license now. Not going to, but I could. Still not going to. No, what we need to focus on. Meat, 310 tons, good. Grain, we have a lot of grain by now, which is good. However, the capacity of this place is, well, it's limited as it is, but it doesn't get any better by there being no workers here. Ah, a bus is arriving. Very good. And I suppose you split up 50-50 or something. Let's see. The oil refinery got 39 workers, and the chemical plant is getting 30. Okay. That's pretty decent. You also went here, I suppose. Yes, you did. Very good of you. Could we get by with a... No, we don't want to do that. 250. Didn't I send the train here to load on things? There you are. Oh, you have loaded once. Very good. And you're going to this place. This is a bit confusing right now, but it will have to be. Here we have one thing. You only did that once. Good, I have already fixed. Here. And there we go. That will be a game crash. For some reason. Dear friends, I shall return right about now. Right. And that's about that. We shall hope that we have what should we call it? That it will work. We shall hope that it will work. And no, I play. Yes, it's certainly working. It's certainly working. Yes, it's certainly working at yes. I mean the loudness of that cannot be described. I mean, even my colleague here lifted her head a bit, and she is getting quite deaf. I think. I'm not sure, but I've seen indications, or I've noticed things that it would indicate that she's not hearing as well as she did. Her hearing is not as good as it was. Are we talking about my colleague, or are we talking about what's going on here? We're talking about what's going on here, of course. 30 workers. Yes, the water save here was just when the shift arrived, so we were about here. No, we want the train, thank you. And then there is another place that we want you to go. How much have we got? It's full. Perfect. And out here somewhere there should be a train diesel station. Here there is one. This really should be redone. Yes, it really should be redone. And which, however I do it, there will be inherent limitations to it, unfortunately. But that's the way it is. Unload a bit. Yes. Fuel. And here you don't unload everything, although it doesn't matter at the moment because it's full. But still, you do, yes, 69%. That will do you. I mean, it will be a while before you show up the first time, but I mean, we will get there. That's for sure. Now, this bridge was quite an investment just to have a road access to this place. But then, the thing is that once we have that, I would hope at least that we can do this. Well, no, not going. How many? I mean, I think we could. Yes, I'm talking about the gas stations, the petrol stations, or the place where we get fuel. We put fuel in the vehicles, in the road vehicles. Be specific. Yes, thank you. It is quick, but it gets noticeable anyway. Certainly here. Yes, you. Yes, exactly. You will get your fuel from here, and you will wait until you're full, and you will not have to go all the way to Polochevo anymore. Indeed, and also there is another one here. Here we have the fuel for Beatus, and it will be not you, but you. You are going all the way down to that place. Although it is one of these that I'm filling up. I mean, that will be put 1,500 tons. That will put quite a strain. You know what? This will continue as it is to Peterbilt for now. Yes. It may be slowing them down a bit that they have to obey by traffic rules, but the important bit is that this stuff like this is working. And I mean, look at it. It's almost complete. There isn't actually that much further to go to do. And also, yes, I realize now, because for the moment, yes, hello, here, there is not a whole lot for this to do. There is one thing on your to-do list. And where would that be? That's all the way out here. Yes, I don't think that you need to do this. No, I think that's unnecessary. And we have a new place for you to call home, and that is here. And you, yes, we don't let you do that bit. There we go. It is now assigned to the Molna Large Rail Construction Office. Oh, very good. Yes, more music, and I mean, it is the Workers and Resources soundtrack that we're dealing with, so that's what we have. Yeah, you're going out to work on the road. Yes, a railroad is a road, and also the bridge. It is completely overkill. It looks, I mean, quite severe of a bridge. Yes. But that's what you need to get the train underneath. Maybe one less in height would have done it. But yes, that doesn't look that good. No. Why didn't you do it properly? because should we show them how it's done properly? Because here, for example, there is a height. Yes. But that will get us here. Yes. Do you think it's even possible? It might be difficult. Yes, this is a pointless, expensive project. Yes. That's what we do. So we're raising up a bit here. Now, we don't want to make this ridiculously tall, and we've fortunately ruined the railroad a bit. There's nothing we can do about that now. Right, and then we'll try and ease off something. Let's see, where are we going? We're going over there. Arch bridge. Sounds really cheap. Well, we're not really paying. We're working. We have all the stuff. So in that sense, is it not costing money? It's costing workers and resources, And I saw something. It was green. Yes. But you're forgetting something. We want to have a landing here, of course. But yes, this is what we're striving for. Not this though. In the middle, or yes. Let's see if it's possible to get a. It's quite steep. This. Show them how it's done indeed. But this is no good. We shall try and do something that a road might accept. And hopefully something that doesn't look too ridiculous. And is it possible now to get a road here? Yes. Yes, but you're heading straight into. We need to get underneath. Please. Yes. Oh. Perfect. That's just very good. Is what that is. And then we'll do something like this, and there'll be a 90-degree here to get onto the bridge. Something like that. And in the middle here, isn't there any infrastructure in the way here? Not the power line, no nothing. This has to be exploited. It has to be developed, of course. Now, we have to do a sort of eyeballing exercise here. We want to go from here to here with the bridge. And in the middle, I think we should get a landing. Not something too dramatic, but let's try and do something here, functional and nice. Yes. Now, the bridge. Yes, that's the could be the difficult bit. But first, we'll try and get this. Cannot bridge pillars infrastructure below. But here is some infrastructure. The infrastructure that is no longer required. For example, tied arch bridge. Is that better? Maybe. But one of these, you see the vehicles better on it looks better for, let's see. No. That's no good. And not cancel all plans, just cancel the bridge. Yes, it is quite irregular and often. That ought to say, but as we have seen evidence of it is near. Get back to bridge building. So we'll try here. Yes, that's much better. That's a lot. Will the train? No, it's fine. More or less, yes, good enough. And then a little bit of an, we have a word, konststycke, like a trick of art, or I don't know what. It's really not possible to translate. By the literal translation would be like a feat of art. But this, it doesn't matter how much art there is involved. There is not a snap point here, unfortunately. That means that it's not going to happen right there anyway. Should we try and lay in this first? Maybe. And seriously, if we're doing this stuff, we have to pave the roads. Yes, we really do. Otherwise, it will look a bit silly, you know. All these nice bridges, and then you cannot, due to infrastructure below, hill causing obstruction. Well, the hill is sort of the yes, but no, but okay. We might get away with this. Too sharp a turn. Okay, can we get rid of that? And then, not too sharp a turn. A bit awkward a turn, but not too sharp a turn. And then this bit, please. Yes. Then it will take a long time before they start, you know. Yes, but we really have to make this. But here, let's try, see if we can't get one of those nice. Look at this game. It's it has improved significantly. Severely. I don't know why I've caught that word at the moment. That's the way it is. As a severe case of severityness. I don't know what I'm going to have it for, but it looks a whole lot better than this thing, doesn't it? So we can get rid of that eventually. But this, get going. 250,000 rubles is not that bad. Yes, you should spring into life now and do things. Yes. Here, apparently I'm supposed to be building a tower block, but I have maybe perhaps lapsed my mind that this does not auto-search. This construction office. It's all complete now here, you know. That's pretty good. That is pretty good, but I think that we're avoiding something that is more important, that is actually very important. And what I think that we'd want the possibility to have even more trains in here, 4 at a time. You don't think that will break the game? It might, but let's hope it doesn't. Where should we? Yes, we don't. We'll have to go a bit out here. Oh, there's the bridge. Yes, remember that will not work. I don't think. No, we'll do it here. If you can, yes. And no, don't do silly things. Do what this thing does. There you go. Yes. And then, good. And then we'll just move these here semaphores a bit. But for the moment, we are constructing here, so maybe we can't have them. I don't know what happens. I seem to recall problems. Because, I mean, they're going to be here later on, you know, here. And these we don't want. I don't dare place them right now. We'll see what happens so far. Yes, it is assigned to it is confused. Not anymore though. Since I realized that semaphores is a difficult concept for you, but you will have to comply, because we're actually using the great fruits of your very labor, and that's fantastic. Quite why you choose to go out on the same track as your colleague, I don't know. But you did, and therefore but you can go now. About, yes. You haven't had any fuel. No, the train will take a long time to load up. But we have enough here. Yes, the truck has not even left yet. As this is 470 tons, you know. We're well prepared. Yes, apparently that was necessary to do. Yes, so from this point here, you now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, 6 choices of track. And I mean, now that we have access to this area, who knows what we'll do. I think that we'll try and get a slightly nicer road in if possible. Let's try out these here new flattening tools, or what am I call them, and see what we can do. It still looks, it will be a bit of a thing. I mean, there it's well, it is, yes, it is perfectly flat. Flat is, yes, it's nice. Is what it is. Yes. No, for future use. You're getting going immediately here. Very good. It's so close to the construction office, and it's so close to everything. For once, my construction vehicles don't have to rely on slow transport and difficulty in getting resources. This should be done in no time at all. Yes, gravel. We now have plenty of gravel. We could really stand a few more workers in here. But I told all of you to work at the bus platform. That will mean that you're doing construction if you wait at the bus platform. I.e. construction by this. But I don't know. Maybe we should stop this and have it, do it the natural way. What do we call it? No one lives here. Okay. I mean, I do have saved up quite a bit of dollars, and one thing that I'd like to be able to do is build vehicles, of course, and we could have the money for that. For example, yes, it is also time to extend railroad out towards Oskarshamn. And this, I mean, we're here now. It's time you do this, whatever you want to do with this. It actually is. Well, let's see then. I mean, we want And here we have everything, a hub for stuff. Yes, here, for example, one of these things that is quite, locked in as far as getting a railroad onto it. I mean, here is an obvious place. That will mean 2 trains. I think we should keep it to 2. It will probably break if you try and do more. Going out that way is not a good idea, so it will be this way. And we're doing this at night because it is much more better. Yes. And I know it's going to be a roundabout. It just is. We have one there, and we have one. They solve a lot of things, a lot of problems with trains getting stuck the wrong way on trains. Yes, tracks getting stuck on the wrong train. Yes, on the trains getting stuck on the wrong side of the track. Trains track. Yes, I think I said it correctly. But I mean, where else would you want to go? You might want to go out here, maybe, to the end storage for the new spent nuclear fuel. Yes, that would be one way. And many other things. So we'll definitely have a roundabout somewhere. So take it easy. There's no not a problem. We have the help of this stuff now, This is incredible. This is what this is. It's not perfect, but I'll take that bit. If one would have done something as smooth as this previously, one would have succeeded. It's a different game. It's a different game. It's a new iteration or something. It makes it very large difference on how things work, and this is, well, it's certainly improvement. It's more mature and things, You can feel it. That's good. Yes, and to do this as good as possible, we'll remove this bit here, and we thank the autosave. That is not very nice, but we could make it nicer by doing this, and I think the trees are slightly in the way here. That's fine then. Yes. And right about where it made its little kink, here is where I would like to cross over. I think about here, do it. Please, yes, thank you. That's that, and train diesel station in that direction. Or do we want to be able to go when getting railroad in here? Yes, we definitely want. I mean, here, for example, we could deliver. It's not necessary to deliver nuclear fuel on train. It's quite a small amount considering that we have trucked gravel all the way from Polochevo, which is over there, yes, to here in the beginning, to get this place done. We have come a long way. It takes its time, but we have come a long way, and it's... Yes, this is a completely different approach to this game, almost. I mean, it's the same thing, but different. Instead of churning out money and building for that, you're using your workers for building. I mean, it amounts to the same thing more or less, but this is a completely different way of doing it. Yes. Anyway, while you were talking rubbish here about things, we need a train diesel station, for example. We could have that that way, where we have space and a mountain. Because here I don't. Maybe we'd want to be able to go that way too. Couldn't they go through the train diesel station? No, I don't like doing that, you know. That leads to problem. Oh, couldn't you be a bit more sharp of a turn here? Like that, you mean? Yes. Something like this. But this will not work. That's crossing not allowed, and all sorts of problems. And it's no wonder. But I don't think that this may not be possible. Unless one were to do something ridiculous. Like this. Yes, just keep your wits about you if you're going to do this. I mean, it's certainly possible to do. But it's never going to end quite well. Well, it is going to work, but it is going to be a severe bottleneck. Yes, because we'd want... let's continue out here. What am I doing? This is... I mean, why not... what are you doing here? Why? Because this is wrong, you know. They come up there and then they need to cross over. Of course they do. That's why we're doing this. Yes. That's why we're doing that, and then it can do whatever it wants over there. That's for future use, I suppose. This may be too tight to be able to get signals in, to get it to run smoothly. Well, fine. The train diesel station is going on here, of course. Here's where we need the fuel and everything. God damn it. Get a hold of the situation. Yes, I think for now, just the train diesel station might actually suffice to put in crossing not allowed. Yes, do a figure 8 there if you dare. That's not that great, but I think no. We try to a higher standard now. When we have the means, maybe. Let's see. Crossing is not allowed. Isn't that... yes, thank you, autosave. Number 15 in some sort of way of counting, I suppose. I mean, this is the end of the... I don't intend to connect to railroad to here, do I? No. Why? Sell stuff? We're not about doing that. We're about building. And we don't have that much as surplus, you know. But when we're done building, maybe we'll sell everything and get enormously rich. Will we ever be done building? Constructing? Doubt it. But focus. Yes, and in here, a train diesel station. Somewhere. Train diesel station. All the way over here. Yes, I think so. Yes, I think so. There's electricity and everything. And road access is very readily available. This was not to like. Nothing is not to like. Nothing is not to like. Yes. You could do, yes, you could do something better. That's much more. Oh, don't do that then. Do, yes, that will do. And this time we'll leave enough room here. Don't cheap out on this. Train diesel station is very, very short. You know. Yes. That's that. Commit to plan. Build at some point. Are they making it out here? Yes, you are a small one. Where are the big ones? Oh, you're here. You're doing this stuff. Oh. Yes, that is quite certain to cause some issues in here, I would suppose. You don't feel the need to go and get anything, but prefab panels you actually need to go and get. Or are we still bringing them in via road as well, perhaps? Unrelated vehicles. There are plenty of these, but this one is... yes, they are. We are still bringing in by road, really. No, isn't. Okay. I need a parking space for these then. I do. That's here. Road vehicles depot. Yes, these are unnecessarily large and expensive. Yes, are we on a bit of a thing? Yes, we are on a bit of a thing there also. Let's have it out here, not in the way of electricity here. Yes. Get that done immediately, as we don't have to waste time on that. And but you, for example, you is nothing. That's what I've done with many, but not this one. For example, this is out. This is at Beatus Road Cargo Station unloading. Beatus. Of course, yes, these are the things, fetching things here now. I don't think, yes, I fixed this, or I've taken care of this already. Pardon me. Asphalt, 48 tons we need. What's the matter? Why don't you, we have workers in the asphalt plant, just send out your dumpers? You don't have any dumpers, maybe? Oh, you have a few. Two dumpers. Yes, I'm pretty certain that you could stand with a few more, and we shall spend the dollars. Yes, definitely. These ones, I think. Yes. Red ones, red dumper, Transtars. What's this, by the way? That's an open hull. Yes, what that is. Yes, bricks. We are not bringing in yet, but we don't use any. We might be using quite a bit of bricks here. No, 72 tons. What's this made of then? Concrete, gravel, asphalt, steel. Oh, yeah, okay. Not that much steel, doesn't appear to be. Yes, this is what it involves. Paving, trying to pave roads. Here, it takes forever. And I do have a bit of Should I invest in being able to build some vehicles? Maybe something nice. How much does it cost to be able to build my own Peterbilts? Yes, the problem is, I think I have done this before as well. This feels, what is wrong? I have. Yes, but I want to check again. Not for rubles, for dollars, please. And open out, for example. To be able to run stuff around logs. 2.2 million. Okay then. 2.2 million. That's a bit of money. Dumpers, my own dumpers. Dumper. 2.5 million and 2.2 million. Okay, I have nowhere near that. You know, if we'd want to build a car, how much was that again? Yes, a personal car. A Beetle, 102,000. I don't want to build Beetles. Chevy Impalas. Yes, I mean this is what we want to do, something like this, or this we really want to do, but it's not the time yet. And I don't know if the same model or not that did this. This is new, but it is nice. But please bring us, you know, in the time-appropriate period. There are, you know, they are even better, even nicer cars. These models, these classes, it's the S-Class and the E-Class. They were not called that back then, though. They were just the yes, whatever they were. Anyway. I digress. Mercedeses about that, talking complete nonsense. I think complete nonsense. Rappakalja is what you could call that. Complete utter nonsense. Meat, yes, good. I don't think that I need to worry about anything of this, except that we never seem to get a surplus of clothing. Resource status, wall map, 9.2 tons in total, and most of it is in shopping centers. Yes, basically all of it. There's 5 tons in this warehouse. So this is just-in-time stuff that we do here. No workers, 3 workers. That's poor. But we don't get all that many out here. No, we don't. Maybe we will try and do that and see if that has an effect. Okay, so a lot of plans have been laid in now for railroad and for bridge and things. And see, this has a tendency to break, but for now it's running without issues. We shall see if it's 11,000. Yes, I mean the money it's ticking in. Damn, the power plant. Let's see. This year, what have we done? 1 million rubles, of which we have spent 500,000 in importing vehicles, and probably 355,000 to import chemicals to make the nuclear fuel. Damn it, that's expensive. The chemicals thing. We need to. Yes, stop stalling then and get to it. Yes. How stable has this been? I mean, yes, it is stable again. Maybe we should unhook old faithful, gamla Bettan, as in the coal power plant here. Because she's running quite hard, and you really don't need to. Should you check how much fuel is in the nuclear power plant before you do this? Yes, you still have electricity. You are now nuclear powered exclusively. Everything is. How much fuel is in the reactor at Oskarshamn? Hello? It's 1 ton. Okay, it could be more, but then again, but it's also enough. Okay, and this is the spent. How many of these? It will be like 4 of these rows, I would think. 2. We're 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, maybe 5, or something. Okay, so we are. We have plenty of space. Indeed, we have plenty of space. What a noise! What a noise is that? Yes, no pun irony intended, but it really was unavoidable. I realized. I could turn off the things, but then I cannot buy. There is way much more profitable means of turning nuclear fuel into money than turning it into electricity. Because, we can just sell it. As is, one of these, 100,000 rubles. I mean, that's ridiculous. This is so much more valuable than what we get out of it. By turning it into work. Maybe it's possible to do something else than put it in a nuclear power plant. I don't know. That's why it would command such a high price. I haven't checked, the dosimeter in a while. We shall have a look here. This is fine. Yes, there are no problems. Very good. And over here, Hansasino in Oskarshamn. Actual pollution, it's a little bit, but it's not that bad. Imagine if we were burning coal to produce 68 megawatts. Yes, in det demokratiska Burma, I think we did about 68 megawatts from the large coal power plant. Something along those lines. Oh, did it move? I think it is moving a little bit, is it not? Compared to... Yes, it is. We have had some radioactivity. Look at this. Here it is also a bit radioactive. Okay, we should maybe get this stuff. The power plant was more than I had expected. No, it's not. No, it's fine. It is moving, but ever so slightly. This is fine. This is nothing. Nothing is contaminated here. No, that's good. This stuff, though, yes, we should not leave that have that hanging around here. I don't think for too long. We should get that out. So it's perhaps not the best idea to use nuclear fuel in such a way, turn it into electricity and sell that with the end goal in mind of being able to buy a license to produce a few trucks or something. I don't know. It's certainly a whole lot more attainable to just drive the nuclear fuel to the border. Yes, but there are certain, implications in selling the stuff that maybe we don't want to do. And either if we sell it to the West or to the Soviet Union, it's just as bad, basically. But here we are happy, and we are. But we procreate people more, please. Well, you have twice as many births as deaths, and only 169 escapes. That's good. I'm approaching 1,500 people. Yes. The actual population, it is approaching 11,441. It is not approaching, it is 11,500. Okay. And the escapes, how are you doing this year? There was a little bit of a wave. Something was up. Wonder what that would have been. It's not clothing. Problems. It's not food. They are all. Government loyalty is in steadily decline. But it says in the manual they are not really watching, or are they? Religious sympathy is going down. But one thing is that for once, people do not complain about praying, and they have quite a high. And I mean, this seems to get them happy, and not really. This doesn't bring them down. They can't enjoy culture and they can't participate in sport because they have the pub and they have the church. That's basically what they do, and it seems to keep them it keeps them healthy, happy, and everything. This is perfect. This having the churches around. Medium cathedral, yes. Thank you, autosave again. And yes, this then. This is all well and good. Getting excited that we're almost done with what was laid in ages ago. But this is going to be now it's going to be forever again. Yes, such as this road. I mean, this is ridiculous. It still isn't done. No, and it won't be for a while. Yes, you're following traffic rules. Why are you waiting here? Because you're intending to go and work on the same thing as the other one. Do I need these here? Because usually before I had signals, they could figure it out. Now you're confused. For some reason. And you too. Why? Do something. Have one of these. Start or end building is not connected with road. That doesn't sound good. But all I did was remove 2 signals. Well, okay, you can have them back. I think it made you happy. Except, of course, that you won't go until this one has gone all the way here. Yes, we can't have this. That's it's slowing down the production trains too much. Because for some reason you want to go and work on this one when the other one you might as well have gone here. But you're not going to. But I can... why couldn't I just remove those? Undoomed. I don't know about that. This seems pretty doomed. Well, doomed. It'll work, but it'll take damned long time. And this, look what you did here. Yes, this is ruined now. Isn't it? Yes, it's ruined. You can't do anything about it. No. And this wouldn't happen to be a wooden track, would it? I think it looks... Yes, I think it is. It always sneaks in somewhere, doesn't it? Yes. Oh, finally. But I was not allowed to remove these for some reason. Then you get confused. Why? You don't need to be confused over that. No. Good. Go on. But I mean, this will now show red. Yes. That's why we remove that as well. And this, we remove everything here. As construction vehicles, you can just do whatever you like and figure it out amongst yourselves. However, for this part, that's a problem. Because that means that this will be part of the entire construction block here. This bit. Yes, and that's a problem. It's a serious problem. Now, wouldn't you prefer to use the big ones, instead of the small ones? Because you have two of these, and you're only using one. Yes. If one upsets about the details of those constructions, then it's quite hopeless. It can feel. So we'll not. Right. I think that we're about approaching the moment where I'm starting to space out. I should try not to do that, because the chemicals. Yes, chemicals. If we intend to keep exporting all this much power through running Oskarshamn as hard as we can through the lines that are available to us, I mean, she could provide even more. But it's going to take a lot of fuel. It is what it is, and that is costing so much. Thought I had all the things I needed, but it turned out to need a lot of chemicals. Yes. And it hasn't, like, no, again, 23,164 rubles so far this year. No, and there we go again, another truckload. Yes, these are running quite decently. The pollution is severe here, but there's no radiation. The radiation, I wonder if one can take the radiometer from this place, what do we call it? Dosimeter, radiometer, and use it out here. Yes, one can. Yes, here we have radiation. The power plant is fine, except here a little bit. Maybe this is where they store the stuff before they put it in containers or something. Yes, it's all fine. It's just this place that is getting slightly irradiated. So I need to fix that as well. But okay, for chemicals then. I mean, I do have this thing. Factory. Factory. Yes, a factory. And there should be a huge chemical plant. Now, this is huge. It is pretty big. And it can produce 5 tons of chemicals per day. It uses oil and crops to do it. But it takes 500 workers to fill this up. You know, it's one of those. You need 500 workers for this. And how many are in the current chemical plant? 16 out of 50. And how many in the refinery? 26 out of 500. Okay then. Because this thing is going to take or gulp up a lot of oil. We don't have access to raw oil on the rail network as of right now, but we could arrange it. Should we want to? Yes, one could put a little pump here. A little pump, yes. One of those, expanding things. And then have a pipe all the way down here. Yes, but both of the inputs are connected. You need one of those adding pumps here and take the tanks and connect and that thing and that and do it such. That's a lot of messing about. What about doing this then? Something like this. Let's say here. Let's take chemicals mod. A huge chemical plant in here somewhere. Oh, it has like that something. I'm not going to even plan this in, but anyway. And then we need. How the hell are we going to get all those workers? The closest, the people of Polochevo are spread so thinly over all of this. And how many are they nowadays? 3,282, that's good. That's getting back up there where we want it to be, Polochevo. Yes, 55 workers. Already on the first bus stop. That's much more like it. What's going on here? Here we have stuff as well. 113 tons of steel and 300. We're doing great. Yes, we're not building anything at the moment. That's why. Well, if that's the case, maybe we could we shift easily somehow the workers so that they would work at the in the petroleum industry and chemical industry rather than, for example, the steel industry for the moment. I think that one way to do that would be to take the lines here and take, for example, the coal worker line. That ought to be, this place, yes, we can turn it off. Or we have turned it off, you can go home. Yes, that too. We only have 20 workers in the mine. That's not a lot. How are we doing with the coal heap? That's okay. We have enough people in the mine. So the coal worker line here. Could we, for example, take one of these? How many do you get? 57. It's really unnecessary to have this. These are going a bit of a ways, What are you? 84 kilometers an hour. Now, what we'll do in that case is this. We'll take one of these buses and find, when it's dark, it really helps to turn off the interface. And I'm pretty sure I built myself a road vehicle step out here. Yes, I did. We place here. And that I took from the coal worker line. I took one vehicle from the coal worker line, and I'm going to replace it with something more modern, if there is something available. Let's see, is there anything Western available that is a bit better maybe? There's always a Mars 305, you know, that's a classic. It's not quite 1984 just yet, unfortunately, because this will be something. Yes, that would be lovely. What about this? 184 passengers, 72 kilo. No, we want something quicker. Such as this then. Yes, it will be the Mars 305. That's fine. And then for passengers, we'll take the petroleum worker transport. Yes. And we'll apply this to this vehicle and get you going. And also, that reminds me, these people, rallarna, the railroaders, I mean, they really don't need to be doing much anymore, because this, let's see here, yes, here's the railroad construction office. Yes, can we get one more window onto the screen, you think? Yes, we could. And what about here? Yes, you're not working on anything. So, you know, we really don't need this at all. And those are actually quite nice buses, you know. Both of them. This one is not quick though, but this one is. Let's have that. Where are you? Right, the petroleum worker line. We want to add that to this vehicle. There we go. That should take one out of the train things. And we really could take the second one as well. They don't need to be... and that will be this one. Yes. Now we have closed down that, but here it is, so it's fine. Yes, this line, the petroleum transport line, we put onto this. Did it take? Now it took. Did not take before. It's a good thing you clicked it again. Oh, we get to ride on apparently. Why not take the chance? We haven't done that a lot here. Yes, look at all these. Look at these old houses. How can we have this right in the center of town, right next to the hospital? That's a nice house on the right there. Yes, that's one of those 102% quality. There's the pub. And here are some tower blocks, as usual. Oh, that's the Stalinist building. Yes, hello. Right then, let's see what this effect, what sort of effect this has on the petroleum industry, if any. I like this, that we have we have caught up, not only caught up with the steel we have. I mean, we have an immense amount. Yeah, you could almost say 606,000 rubles in the bank as well. But I am slightly tempted to turn it off. You know, the export. Or if you want to buy the vehicles thing, yes. No, vehicles industry. I need electronics, and I need, or at least electrical components. I'm not sure right now if let's see here, construction, engineering industry. a vehicle production line. Yes, whatever. 30. It needs plastics, mechanical components, and electrical components. And the electrical components and the plastics are. It's a bit of a fiddle and work to get those going. It is. You don't need a whole lot of them, but still. And it takes even more chemicals to do it. And this is not going to cut it. It really isn't. I mean, could I even get one of those so-called huge chemical plants in here? Yes, I could get it maybe in here. What are you doing? You're getting wood for this. That's your only purpose. Okay. Okay. Let's say then that one were to put one of these. Let's see. Where are you? Here you are. Huge chemical plants. Where's the pedestrian access? It's there, and the pipe is there, and the stuff comes out everywhere. Okay. I mean, putting it here would certainly allow people to walk to this place from the bus stop. Yes. How much do you if I put 500 workers in here, you will use 50 tons of oil and 12 tons of crops, and you'll produce 5 tons of chemicals per day. That's good. How much do you produce per workday? Half a ton. And that's not even enough to keep the nuclear fabrication plant running, you know. No, it's not. But 47 people, that's good. This is heavy smoke pouring out, and also the refinery, 138. Wow, many years ago that we saw that amount of workers in here. The pollution is not so bad, but it will become now that it's running at high again. And this, you railroad workers, why aren't you building this one? Maybe you couldn't for some reason. No workers, okay. But no, road connection does not exist. Yes, it does. No, because you're coming in on this line and you can't. No, you can't find. I can't be bothered with that. We have to draw the line somewhere. Somewhere it has to be drawn, and that's about it. But yes, we are heading over to. Yes, traffic situation is excellent as always. Clothing situation is terrible as always. Yes, we even starting to eat into the fabric stock of fabric. Increase even more then. Get more people in here if you can. Have you died yet? No. Because this cannot walk to anything. And these were children, and they were not. They were subject to a bug, where if you try to demolish a building, the children will not follow the parents. They have now grown up to be adults, and not only that, they are university educated. They don't do anything. They cannot. How can you be working at your kindergarten? You live here? No, you live here, you say? What the? I don't think you actually live in here. Because if you this doesn't make any sense at all. Sayov village house. It says you live here. Sayov village house. Yes, but this is now I am properly confused. And the hospital is on fire. Yes. There's a lot of babies here and everything, and they're waiting for ambulance. Yes, the hospital is on fire. God damn it! I hope that this is not good. No, save the babies. Well, we have capacity for everyone. Now they're waiting, but these are just. There's quite a bit of people. What's all this? Hello. Yes, we can have more workers. That's fine. Might even have yet more. No, 20. Yes. We have 20 staff and 13 doctors. That's good, I suppose. Yes, they're doing very good here. Yes, it is a model society. The adult children are no one. We don't have that. Okay, Molna. You have not been assigned to a construction office. Oh no, you haven't. This has though. That's good. Because yes, it's building the roads, but it's not building this. I think we should have it build that too. Might even auto search this by now, but no. Should it? Yes, sure. Factory connections, pipelines, electric wiring, sure. Did you find anything? No, I don't think so. Okay, here, yes, we have a lot of fuel here now. Very good. Oh, and here we have a bit of a traffic problem. No, it's not a traffic problem, it's just traffic. Yes, the construction vehicles are causing some issue. No, this is a traffic problem. Yes, you will not be able to go from here, unfortunately. I think I should... I don't know what I should do. Actually, I wonder what would happen if one were to do this. Okay. You read. It's because this. Yes, but there we can certainly have it one way. But no, it will mess with the construction vehicles. Yes, and for this to work, you need a release signal here. Okay, now it's red. It's red because there's a train coming. But now you have red. Yes, I sort of have myself to blame for that crash. Yes, instead of removing the semaphore, yes, I sort of did try and delete a bit of track there. Did I not? Yes, I did. What do we have here in the form of the autosave? It is okay. It's 2 minutes old. That's not too bad. But I think it's time for a break, anyways. Time for a break. How is this the length now of one of these? 1 hour 40 minutes, and it's time for a break. Yes, I think it's time for a break. We'll see where we're at here first, and see if there's stuff to do for people. At least those will be in the changes to. Oops. Didn't I say a while ago that I ought to reload the game and check that it was, possible to load up my save and such? I'm sorry, I forgot to enable picture. But the simple matter of the fact is that the game is crashing on loading. Yes, it is indeed time to pause. Then I should be right back. Yes, and we're back sort of with a pause screen or something. I cobbled together here very quickly. Yes. Anyway, we'll have some music here, and the unfortunate news is that none of the autosaves are working, and last time we were here, it was before the crash here. It was what was it now? Yes, the 2nd of November was the date of the last autosave. But no of the autosaves available worked. No. So it's the 17th of August. God damn it. This is... I don't even know. I have no idea what's going on here. I have absolutely no idea what's going on here. But I suppose that this stuff is taken care of, right? With the train delivery of the fuel and the things. But unfortunately, the bridge does not exist. No. That is very unfortunate. It will have to live on in our memories, I would think. And are you not even assigned? No, you're not. This is a bit problematic. It's what it is. You can do everything. Footpaths, I always build with the monies, because they are. It's just not worth it. There's no satisfaction in building a footpath. No. But a building or a beautiful bridge, for example. Yes, that's something. But no, we don't. We didn't get that. Instead, we have this. Yes, I should have saved and tested, But even if yes, and then we could have caught a previous autosave. Yes, God damn it. That's a waste, That really is a waste. Yes. But it is what it is. It's the life on the beta branch. It's what you get sometimes, fortunately. Undoomed. No, you do not deserve that name. Because, talk about jinxing it. But I did knock on wood, and I did knock on actual wood 3 times. Yes, I don't even know which number it is anymore. Till fan alltså, frågar de här. Let's see here. It's yes, I'm terribly sorry about this. Yes, I thought so, but sometimes yeah, this is so confusing. Yes, getting thrown back in time like this. Very doomed. Yes, very doomed indeed. Is what it is at the moment. Yes. I wonder if I should, send one of the old save files to the devs, or if I suppose they're busy with stuff, aren't they? No. What you're supposed to, if you're supposed to do that. Undoomed, no. I have deleted it, I suppose. Yes, I have cleaned up my save directory. It is now 20 gigabytes. It was 100 gigabytes. Yes, that's quite a lot. Yes, it tends to get that way apparently when you're in the habit of saving with new names and doing lots of stuff here, This is now running great, this construction. If we could only get a little crane as well. And one water digger. Yes, we're on the groundworks still. There we go. Now this should be done in no time. The groundworks. 230 workdays. Yes. And then we get a few more people. And the railroad is that... No. Okay then. And here we have this system. This is not broken yet, but it will become broken, I think. I have a premonition about it. Yes, because what do we have here now? We have blue. Oh, okay. Well, I don't know about this. Combining construction and traffic, that's impossible, I would suppose. Right. Train diesel station, roundabout. God damn it. You know what? There is something more pressing to take care of. And that's this stuff. We need to get that out of here. Urgently. And am I going to build a road? I already have, or planned a road anyway that is connected to network. Yes, and things. And it winds its way all the way out here. I mean, it's risky to just put in a road vehicles depot or a space for vehicles and have it here without fire protection or anything, because it is giving off radiation now as it is, and if it were to catch fire, I think it would give off a whole lot more radiation. And yes, the sooner you could extinguish, the better, I would think. Engineering industry, store a space for vehicles, big. We need many of these. Yes, these have rail connection as well. One could, but there isn't that many of them. No, when one Peterbilt will take care of this, no problem at all. And I'm thinking of cutting the power. Yes, I think I was thinking about that before as well. You should not be connected, I don't think, but with I can hold disable. Yes, this is where we'll have the nuclear waste. Yes. It is as cheap as possible, you know, here. Still not cheap. I mean, this is there any possibility for me to build to build this? No, because there is nothing around here. This is far away from workers. The closest worker, I will say, isn't that far away. But we'd have to build a new road here. Yes, that would be the highway, I would think, for the whatchamacallit thing. With the thing. Yes. Nuclear transport. Spent nuclear fuel transport. Gravel road. Yes. We have plenty of gravel and things, all things available here. Let's see. Go on. Yes. I mean, we're going as in a straight line as possible here. $170,000. I could just pay for it, but that's against how it's supposed to be played here. How we're doing it. Yes, I'm getting a bit stressed about it. I mean, the money is burning a hole in my pocket, so to speak. Are you all going to work on this? Yes, you are. Very good. You all have maximum search range and everything. And none of you are reporting issues so far. Very good. Yes, it will progress in small bits, but I think we'll get there. I didn't look. Just this part is 177 tons of gravel. So the gravel industry in the rock crushing business, the fantastic work of crushing rocks in here. I don't even know what it's called, this place. What is it called? Is it part of... Yes, it's Beatas, of course. Beatas, it says it right there. Hello, yes. Oskarshamn, I think I should cut the power, you know. Not to you, but to all these things. And I look at all the high voltage lines that I built. That we built with all our steel. Yes, imagine. This is all built with steel produced in this here nation from our own resources. Oh, hey, oh, yes. There we go. And this is where we deliver it. Yes, it is. I'm cutting it off. Maybe I should have a trickle. I mean, I want to be a good neighbor and have some electricity available for others to buy, but I don't want that kind of money and that kind of turnaround on the nuclear fuel there. No, I think that we'll have should we have nothing at all? See from now on and see what happens. We'll see. Well, I'll turn off all of them. Every little bit of income should now be gone soon. There are no more border posts here. No, it's better to go by the other border, you know, and you can also follow the power lines. That's a great idea to do. There's one. That's the domestic one, I know that. And those two, and then there's this one. That goes a long, long way out here. But it's prepared for Inkersta. That's very good. Inkersta will get excellent power when we get to it. When they get to this. Yes. You don't have electricity, but down here there is also electricity. Hello, yes, all the way. What's this? Yes, that's a little village here. It's a little village. It's quite a significant town. Yes, one day we will bring our resources to them and build some tower blocks. Maybe. But here, yes, we're cutting off. There we go. That should now mean, yes. That's it. 500,000 rubles and $619,929. That's what we got for now. Yes. Serious measures here. Yes, this is one thing that I'm going to have to pay for because it's not possible for the construction thing to get here with my traffic rules, unfortunately. 17,000, yes. It's a lot of money, but there we go. Now, can look here. The electricity, something, yes. It should be very, very stable by now. We have a twin reactor nuclear power plant hooked up. Yes, it is very stable. Then again, there are only 10 workers here. Yes, because that's in this reality. Yes, in this reality, this place only has, 2 buses going to it, and that's something that needs to be changed. Yes, and we are going to take buses for passengers. Yes, from the coal worker line. From the rail worker line. Yes, indeed. These would be good. You take the line. Yes. You set the line. Cannot do that, I suppose. No. But we go and find you. There's now. There we go. A lot of windows. Yes. This I want to keep. This we don't need anymore. Maybe. Not unless we mess up here. Yes. This line. To this. Thank you. And also this line to you. To this one. Why am I keeping you around? I don't need. Here, yes. You go here, and that may mean that they don't have any workers anymore at the railroad construction office, but that's fine. We're done. They don't have anything to do. They have one thing to do apparently. Where are you? How the hell did you get out here, all the way out here? Oh, I suppose you did. Have I not put the fuel train in? No. That's why the construction is working so well. Yes. Would it be possible to isolate the construction from the infrastructure? I suppose you could build here a track and then disconnect a little bit of track here and here. Yes, I think you could. But this, as long as there are no other trains here, it's fine. But there is one other train. It's not interfering, or has not been an issue. But it's severely limiting I have not even moved the other train out here. This was a setback. Again. Yes, this is a tragic tragic moment. Yes, here, hello. You should change home depot here. Yes, thank you very much indeed. Okay. Yes, but you know what happens if you send a train in here? Yes, problems arise. Problems arise. These are very slow. But I don't think that the radar construction office is clever enough to send the small ones to do tiny bits anyway. Oh, right. This is not yet built. Again, I didn't build it when we last discovered. Let's just do. You need to start a starting point to be able to do a roundabout or something. Then this time we'll do something ugly on purpose, and also non-functional. Unfunctional, yes. The design is such that it actually makes it worse. Although this will be a nice approach. Do you really want to have it here? Yes, I really want to have it here. I'm building a ridiculous thing this time. Yes. I don't know. Yes. There we go. Something. And that's only, a little bit of it, but it's a start. Yes, get that in. 64 tons of steel, that's no problem at all. And then you want here, Yes, you didn't leave leave a lot of room here. No. That's fine. Or maybe it isn't fine. What are you doing? You want this? Yes. And you're going here. And going on to there. And you're doing a tight turn here. Come on. Yes, just do it. There you go. Oh, that's illegal. We cannot have. We'll do something more appropriate then. Like that. Yes, that's actually much better. Okay. That's not that done. They also need one of these, I can't see. No, you're not supposed to have that selected. Then that's the delete too. Oh, now it's doing dangerous things. That was something hard. No. I had a feeling. This is game crashing material. This save. No. Is doomed again. You never know. Doomed 2. Jävla skit. And this is not. That's completely wrong. Never mind. It is what it is. Now, sort by date, and you have it basically. Yes, there we go. Here, and no, you don't do this yet. And you also don't click this instead of what you're going to do and crash the game. Although it doesn't matter that I crashed the game, because the save was corrupt anyway, and it's at that point it doesn't matter if you do a manual save. It's still it won't load under these circumstances. It happens when they release a version on the test branch. It has happened every time so far, and that reminds me that we're going to do a reload. I'm sorry, but it's the way it is. Yes, pause screen, enjoy. And yes, we'll just load as it was right here. Loading. Indeed, loading. Will it even load? You never know. Yes, it loaded. Good. I wonder what it is that makes it crash. Well, yes, I have to check. What were you doing here? You were building a roundabout. Yes, that's good. It will take long enough as it is. I don't need to build anything more right now, plan anything more there. This was not what I had in mind, but this is what happened. This is where we ended up. There are no more workers here than, okay, we're about to get more workers, I think. This is a slow bus. The Chav B13. That's good capacity though. Yes, and I think that now that we have stopped exporting electricity, we should very, very soon stop this truck from doing its business. Immediately halt that, because there can be no way that we need all that chemicals. Not all those chemicals, right? All them chemicals. Vehicles, one of you. No. 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 What was you again, please? Yes, custom house. You, stop what you're doing. Although you are low, you're fully loaded. We will take you and do this. I wonder if you can do this. Do that. Go and unload and then assign yourself to the distribution office. Maybe it corrupts the save file. Yes, I don't know. Right, this month, chemicals. That will be the last load of chemicals that we import. Of dubious quality. Now we'll only have our own. Yes, producing vehicles, buying licenses for those. I don't think so. I think that is not within our means, at least not by the plan of exporting electricity from the nuclear power plant. Not unless we get a lot of chemicals. But then again, I mean, we don't need that much foreign money. We have our own resources. We are doing great. In fact, we are this year here. Imports. There is nothing here that is essential. The electrical components we could not have made ourselves, unfortunately, but 2 tons of those, and cement. Well, if we could be bothered to make cement, then we would. But we can't be bothered to make cement. It's too cheap to buy, and it's too bothersome to make. Yes. You see, 103 tons, 18,000. That's okay. Steel, yes, that's for some construction. That's fine. Now, though, there is not much construction going on, and I think that you're going to stock up on nuclear fuel here quite quickly. What sort of load are we putting on the old Oskarshamn? The old. Yes, 2 years old now. 5 megawatts. Yes, I think that would be a rather stable supply that you have here with this amount of workers and engineers. Yes, we know that we can turn on all the taps if we would want to, but for the moment we choose not to. Yes, you are now standing here. You're standing here waiting and loading used nuclear fuel. Yes. Yes, we need to get rid of that. Yes. That's another thing that certainly is not done. Because that was... God damn it. What? This is done. Okay. All right. Or how did I do this now? I get so confused on this when this stuff, things like this happens. It's very doomed indeed. It is actually very doomed. No workers or mechanism. Resources on 123 ton. Right. How are you doing? Construction has stopped. No workers or mechanism. Oh, but here's a digger. That will probably help. With something. And here are workers. Maybe. Yes. 11. 5. Where are you getting your workers from? Sejob bus stop. There are 115. You only got in 20. This is a very untapped resource. This is very much untapped for the moment, since we're not building anything here. What should we build? You need to get rid of the nuclear fuel. I can sell it, or rather pay to get rid of it. It's so cheap, you know. One of those, $725. Yes. But I don't know. I feel a bit, about it. Maybe it could be exploited by someone. But this is not too bad. Oh, this is okay. Yes. I think we stopped it in time. This madness of exporting electricity here, and the power that we've harnessed from the atom. Now we shall use it in moderation. Yes, but can we build something? Because we have a lot of stuff laying about right now, and we're not building anything, so we should get building with something. Just peruse all the things here. There are a few things in here. Yes, an AK-47 monument, a gravel mine version 2, a large coal power. Yes, these I love these. This is easily one of the best mods. This enormous coal power plant. I have. One is tempted to build one of these here, next to the nuclear one. Why? Yes, that is a reasonable question. There's no coal around here? No. As a backup, yes, but you have Old Faithful as a backup. That's fine. We don't need a backup. Is she still running? That's something that we should check if I haven't already. She is still connected, but she is not running. This is actually perfect. It's now working that we can have this place staffed, but the voltage of the nuclear power plant is higher and more stable and better, and therefore it gets precedence on the grid. Yes, plenty of assumptions in there about how the game simulates electricity here, but maybe something along those lines. Yes, that's very good. That's very good. Then we'll leave it. I think it's when I disconnect all betan here that it's that's what's corrupting the game. Yes, or not. Yes, the amount of meat is slowly growing. Are we making more clothing? No, we need to be making more clothing. Yes. Clothing 9.4 tons. That's not okay. But for everything else, we're doing great. 155, not more. 155 tons of food. Alcohol I was looking at, okay. 155 tons of alcohol. That's a safe amount. And food, 534 tons. 500,000 tons. You know. No, not really, but still quite a bit. But crops, 7,000, that's also many crops. Fuel, many fuel. Where is all this fuel? Holochevo, that's full. Yeah, what is... yes, you're putting quite a strain on the old oil refinery down there. No, in Trirov. Here. But we have 154 workers. Very nice. That should mean, yes. Oh, it's even enough to put a little dent in this large oil storage. Nice. But we'll, I think that we're going to fill up these soonish. It will take a while. But when this is full, we need to do something about it, because then, you know, it will stop producing fuel. And maybe that's all right. How the chemicals, how are they coming along? 41 workers. That's so completely decent. 2.4 tons of chemicals we have here. Good. We have stopped importing. Yes, this road is going to take a while. Yes, but it will be a straight line to straight-ish line. Someday. This is a long way away. They are pretty, these hills and things. And this random generated map. I am a river would be nice, or something that one could use as a route for ships. Although ships are really not that good anyway, and resources are well, they are plentiful, but they are not. Maybe they are too plentiful, I know, but they are so much scattered about. Slightly more patchy things. Yes. Okay. Here we are. Here we are. Yes. Oh, they are. We have felled a bit of trees. Felled. Quite a few trees have been felled here. You know, I'm paranoid with the save and everything. I'm going to save and try and reload. You know, maybe I'm doing it a bit too much, but fanskap. It's very clear what it is. Absolutely. Yes. And yes, now we resume. Here. With the fanskap, as it's called, apparently. Well, yes, it is called fanskap. But I don't know if it's going to load even. It might not. It did. Fantastic. I suppose. Yes, one gets a little bit not only confused, but also, you know, one loses momentum slightly. Yes. But this railroad is finished. I could use it. I am using it slightly. Not using it for this stuff though, which is unfortunate. But that causes problems. Sooner or later. So does this, because now nothing is happening. It would be much better if we could be without semaphores here. If it would work. But I'm not sure it will. The railroad construction office, how do you get that to cooperate with signaling? I don't understand. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't have this diamond here. Maybe that no, I need it. Otherwise they can't go that way, you know. But they have. Yes, indeed. And that means that this will be red all the time. We can't have it. There we go. And this is now, and this does not exist. And these, no, they do not exist neither. Yes, you will realize what's going on soon. There you go. Have the other train gotten here yet? Yes, it has. We have two of the extended ones now. Are they in use? No, they are not. Don't you have stuff to do? One railroad you're working on. Yes, you know, this was supposed to be the thing. The Great Railroad. Builders, and nothing is going on. Because it is hooked up to all this stuff. And this stuff won't work neither. No. What happens if you just remove all signals? But then I would actually have to remove each and every one of them. I don't want to do that. Spent a bit of work, you know. It was a bit of work getting them in. Yes, but if we are peeling off here, maybe towards Oskarshamn, I think we might be. For some reason, why? What was the point of the railroad again? To get materials out for construction. Yes, but we built the power plant now. It's done. We run it at max capacity, as much as this map would allow under current circumstances. And it produced a lot of, well, it didn't produce a lot of waste, is this. That's not so bad. But it did consume very, 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 very much fuel. And not so much fuel as in what is needed to make the fuel, which is chemicals. And you know, before we got it running, I thought we had an enormous stockpile here. It was stacked all the way. Thought that would last us years, but it did last us 2 years, but still. But no, it didn't. It lasted 1 year or something. So this is not, you know, I feel it's using a bit too much fuel. The power plant, the nuclear power plant, yes. Or the fuel takes too much, yes, it's using too much fuel. End of discussion. Yeah, I'm thirsty. Fanskap, yes, indeed. I don't know about this. How are you doing? Altsasino? 1,500 people. Lots of workers waiting. No one living here. That's okay. For now. I think I should maybe put in a bus platform at this end of town. Why? What are you using them for? Nothing. Correct. Yes, the problem is that this stuff, once the purpose of building this, I mean, it sort of got completed as soon as it was no longer needed. You know, yes, it's great that we have all this steel here and everything, but perhaps I was a bit too eager to put trains on the tracks, because the signals certainly messed things up for us. You know, I think I should remove like a whole lot of them. Yes, but then this is not going to work. Damn it. I know this. And they are all walking to work at the construction office. That's the big thing. And there is not much for you to do. You're working on this road. And this should be quick now that you're fully staffed. Is it though? Oh, it's maybe it is. Well, quick would I wouldn't call it quick, but it is something. And since I sort of realized here that I don't really have a purpose for the railroad, I could say, if you indeed are of use. As we might as well watch the whole train now. And there you turn around. We still get to see the engine, though. What are you doing? Go, if you're done. Was that all you had on board? Yes. Why? I mean, this is a long piece of track. 17 tons, 105 tons of gravel is required to finish. What are you doing? No circular mechanism. You belong to Vafkavisk, really. I think that you could go home. Or you won't, maybe, until your resources have been consumed. And when you want to go home, you're going to have a problem. Vafkavisk. I mean, I could just do that, I suppose. Or, no, Vafkavisk, come here. You, if I just do that, will you then go home? No. Then you will just stay here, I suppose. Oh, you teleported home. No. Yes, perfect. You're in the shed. Then you're not interfering. Would there be any reason to extend the railroad out here? Yes, there would. You know, we have settlements that we want to reach. Here and here and here. It could make sense to take the railroad out, you know, like so. And yes, like so, maybe. Let's give that a shot. Why not? Is it no? This is the way you want to go then. Across, yes, across there. Very good. Except, of course, that this is signaled. Now, this is signaled railroad. It will not work with the construction vehicles. Yes, I know that is unfortunate. Don't do anything silly. Just do something decent. Now we can use this stuff, you know, to get a knife. Yes. And where is this? Where are we going now? Oops. Where are we going now? Yes, we want to keep left of these here mountains, and then Kasinchad is where we're going. Now you can lay in rail like this. I don't. This is not working on resources. You're supposed to be snaking around and swearing and cursing at the thing. No, this is something different. What are you, and what have you done with the game? Yes, we'll just build a railroad for now, not connect anything or anything. We'll just do this and see how far we get. Now, we could do a circle, an enormous roundabout around, like if we would like to do something silly. I mean, why? Yes. This is not too. This is quite a bad idea, probably. Yes, but we are far from starving. You know, we can afford to do a bit of silly things. Yes. And I mean, do you really think that this will be constructed ever? I doubt it. No, and what are you doing now? This are you really going through with this? I don't know. Come to think of it, this is madness or something. It's not going to do anyone any good. That's for sure. I wonder how much this will cost if one were to pay for it. Yes. That's 1.5 million rubles. Yes, get going. 7th of October of 1981. Yes. It's not assigned to a construction office. And come to think of it, this construction office only has this poor thing. You need to get more. We should have... where are you? You're in Molna, of course. Where else would you be but Molna? Okay. Some of your mechanisms, please. But no, I think these... you're not being used. You are being used. Okay, we'll take here, not you, and... But we'd want one of these long ones as well. Oh, god damn it, that's a truck. Yes. Which one is the mechanism? Is it this one? Yes. Fine, we'll take it. Will we though? Yes. We'll take it. We'll go here and change the workplace to wherever it is. Yes. What say you cancelled my thing here, and also you. Yes, here. Road 1513. I would think that is some. Yes, that's this bit. Yes, and that will take. Well, it's part of the new 5-year plan. The next 5-year plan that will end in 3 and a bit years. I think that we might be able to do it. Oh, the sun is rising on yet another day here. And if we look here, no, there are still no adult children. I don't like that they changed that. Adults 21 plus still living with parents is instead of saying adult children. Yes, this is all doing decently. 4 workers can't work because of kindergarten, 26 workers are without job, and plenty of other little small details that we need not worry about. $29 workers without job. I think that we could be transporting a few more from this place into here, for example. Yes, but we have now that we're not selling the electricity. Yes, but they have all the people here. What am I supposed to do? One thing that we could do is build another residential building, a large one, and tear down a few of these maybe. Yes, you have minor problems. Yes. Okay, it's quite crowded here. Fine, we'll try this and see what happens. Okay. But you know, this is dangerous. We might get left with some children. One more, please. Yes, thank you. There we go. And remove this for now. Yes, and what could we get in here? Residential. Oh, I am a bit tired, sick and tired. No, but these are getting a bit, you know, used and such. Small town hall. Oh, residential. We want to have. Where are you? Residential. There are so many in here. Flats, brick. 70%, 89% quality of flats. Prefab. Can't build nice stuff out of bricks. 89%. But you need prefabs as well. Yes. No. I don't have anything that is built out of bricks. This is 96%, 229 workers. Yes, of course, that's a bit much. It doesn't feel balanced. Sorry, no. Vlik Tower, 237 workers. No. Yes, we can sit here all night, you know. Yes, I see, you can see that. People's Palace Flats. 640 workers, that is quite large. This is, you have to give up on this now. Yes, can you guess it, what it's going to be? Yes, it's going to be one of these. Or more than one, maybe. Okay, I think that we can maybe do something about that. No, this. I mean, yes, it's not completely flat, but it is somewhat. And now I may be making things quite a bit worse. Yes, you're not going to. You're going to, and you even offer a little street connection. Very good. And one here. No, we don't want it. God damn it. Cancel. I hope I can get that in again. Flats, prefab, the other way around, please. Yes, exactly like that, and one here as well, if you wouldn't mind. It turns out you would mind. No, you wouldn't. All three, fine. Well, these are expensive. Yes, they are expensive. There we go. I'll build one and this one as well. It's a bit unnecessary to have paved road and street light all the way up to the front door, you know. This is too sharp a turn. Yes. Okay, and people are starting to arrive in droves here to build. this probably won't even take much time now. When we have so many workers and so many resources, where are the resources? They should be coming. The building is on fire, you don't say. I just had a thought, by the way. Yes, something that will solve the problem, do something about both the unemployment problem and the rail construction problem. We have steel here. Yes, yes, we have factory connections here, for example. Yes, and we need gravel too, somehow, but I think that we could fix that. You know, we might be building a railroad construction office out here, I think is a possibility. Let's see, you have yes, the aggregate connection is the most troublesome. Not troublesome. This could do it, for example. Yes, this could do it. And then we'll have here a railway. And it's unnecessary to connect all of them, we have learned, so we won't. I mean, these can go any way they want. Right? Or should no, we'll make a sensible hookup here. Somewhat sensible hookup. Yes, very sensible. Not that one, no, but we want a bit of road here. No. Yes. Yes. This bit we can't be bothered with. Right, the construction offices should now spring into life. They have. What's going on over here? Nothing. Ought to be stuff happening here. Oh, you've filled up the place with bitumen by now. That means that we can park you up. If there's room, there's one more space. We should build another road vehicles depot then. A road cargo station, road vehicles depot. We cannot have it here. We can have it out here. You cannot build this infrastructure you're claiming, but now you can. Yes. This seems quite polluting, this stuff. It is quite polluting. And there you go with nuclear fuel. I mean, if I were to sell this instead of selling the electricity, I would make a whole lot more money, I think. But every town should be embraced before we go and sell all the things and make all the money. I know, you know, we should save on the resources until we see how this turns out with the East and the West and the Soviet Union and the other things. The Oskarshamn twin nuclear power plant is filled to the brim with both engineers and workers, though, and we're using 5.8 megawatts. That's not a lot. Or you should be fully loaded with the fuel. You're not. Oh, and there we go. The game crashed. Yes, there's something cursed here. Should we? Let's see here. The odds of latest autosave actually loading or not. What are those? I don't know. It's not good, maybe. We see. Import vehicles. Yes, it worked. Whew. Okay, do this. Do it properly now, and no fooling around. It is neither doomed nor undoomed. It is what it is. It is getting pretty long. 2 hours, 52 minutes, about, not exactly, but somewhere thereabouts. Yes, and La Jodderöd. Here comes a dumper truck. Very good. As now we look at this now, we have construction traffic going everywhere again. Very good. 20 tons of food you're bringing. That's also good. We don't have any clothing here. Why we not have clothing here? How are they doing here for clothing? They have no clothing. This is a catastrophe. This is going to turn into a catastrophe. It has not done so yet, but unless there's a vehicle heading here or something, all related vehicles, the food and meat. Okay, and there are also quite a long queue outside. We should increase. Hörru, Beatas medium distribution office here. You're not really doing it. Because there's plenty of food available in the warehouse. Yes, 294 tons. And you're not still a long queue. This town has grown a bit more than was envisioned from the beginning, I'd say. We need something for all these people to do. I'd like building trucks, for example. Yes, that would be something we could engage in here. But something else that we could engage in is also go about thinking about the refrain, that was a sad state of affairs in Sejov here, especially at the shop. The school is doing fine. The hospital could be increased slightly, but it's coping decently. Yes, and anything else? Technical university, you are max staffed, and that's doing quite fine. Okay, now there's no food available. Beata's medium distribution office, what are you doing? Yes, there is. You're heading here with a truck now. Oh, really? Finally? Imagine that. And you have so many of them. Well, why don't you use a few more? I don't know. Now there's food. Still no clothing though. And that might be due to the fact that the clothing industry is not doing that great. 17 people in here, that should be enough for our little place. You want to get clothing for Beatus, and you're standing here. You're going to load up 4.5 tons. I can tell you that is going to take them a while to get done. Well, yes, we can increase the number of workers if you like. But I think that maybe you should be going, because we're having a little bit of a crisis over there in Beatus, 1.6 tons is not an enormous amount, but it may do something. How's the clothing situation elsewhere? The warehouse here, the Engeni, has 4.75 tons. That's a generous amount. Molna shopping center Molna should be excellently covered for clothing, because Engeni is close to Molna. That's where that warehouse is. Polochevo small shopping center, 1.5 tons. Anzasino shopping 0.38 tons. Yes, they're taking it from the same source as Sayov. Sayov is not on the list. No. Yes, we shall find something here. Songs of harvesting, that would do nicely. I'm at a bit of a loss here of what to do. We have lots of this stuff, but it's not exciting, building railway. Yes, it is exciting building railway, but it's not a nuclear power plant. We've done that now, and we've run it and seen what that does. How are we doing on the road to get rid of the byproduct? You're working on it. Vehicles are coming. Very good. Here you're also working. Oh, this is almost complete. If you look at that. This has not come far, though. No, it hasn't. But I think I'm going to have a digger is holding up, a paver is holding up traffic. That's a bit of traffic. Yes, dear friends, I shall have to have a think about what the next steps for the traditional farmers' democracy is going to be. Because as of this very moment, it is not entirely clear. But this is quite nice. We can see now the construction materials arriving and the effect it is having on these here tower blocks. That was quite cool to see all those arrive at the same time. There's always something with this damn game that when you're about to leave it, and then there is a thing like this happens. For example, and the tower blocks start rising out of the ground here. slowly, but they are coming. Friends, thank you so very much for watching. Good night.